Okay, let's start this out here. You see this? This is one of the seals of Saturn. It's a different one. It's a circle and a triangle. Okay? We look here. We have this astrology symbol. No, that's not a 5. So that doesn't mean that that's Venus. That's a crucifix and a sickle. Okay? That's what it is. So we read on the bottom, and it'll tell you that this is the color of Saturn. One of the colors combinations is black and indigo. Purple. You see this here? See this? We keep seeing this in the abyss, don't we? Okay, so this purple is relegated to Saturn. It's not relegated to Venus. Okay? And as for this barbarian reptilian character, I guess somebody told him that I got it out from. Well, let me clarify.
Take a look at the position of Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati. Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati. Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati.
Venus is Lucifer and the Virgin Mary.
The Virgin Mary, who I equate to Venus, and they called Venus the timekeeper, and they called Venus the timekeeper, and they called
Venus
the timekeeper.
Saturn is not the ruling planet, right? Saturn is not the ruling planet, right? Saturn is not the ruling planet, right?
The star David is Venus. The star David is Venus. The star David is Venus. I just put out a video showing you that Venus is the great year within the mathematics of Pythagoras. The star David is the 2 boxes. So what people are trying to do is it's all Saturn or they got to be all Venus, and it's not Venetians. Okay, it would be the Hindus. Okay, because it would be Vishnu. Genie is everywhere.
And I think that we see this within a lot of the mythology, especially the Christian mythology, when we see the Virgin Mary, who I equate to Venus, and Jesus being the new cycle on the sun. So my thoughts are that the last transit of the 26,000 year cycle, now we had a Venus transit in June, on the 6th of June, and interesting enough, Lana, we also had the Queen's Jubilee, the Venus transit, the Venus transit, the Venus transit, the Venus transit.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Do all of you remember the Venus transit? I have a video on the Venus transit. I will link to this video. It was around the time of the Venus transit that all of a sudden I woke up seeing purple everywhere. Purple was everywhere I went. It was in the air. Purple energy everywhere. And so I posted something on Facebook, and it was like, I'm seeing purple. What is going on? And everyone's like, I'm seeing purple too. It's everywhere.
Friday, 7/20. Friday is Venus Day. Venus Day. Venus Day. Venus Day.
And who were the Anunnaki? Well, I believe they were Saturn alien. I don't know why. This is intuition, but I think Saturn is their home planet. Personally, I feel a longing to go to Venus. I got no interest in Saturn. I feel a longing to go to Venus. I got no interest in Saturn. I feel a longing to go to Venus. I got no interest in Saturn or Ison, but I want to show you something. This is a size scale of our known universe that they've given us. And there is Mars, okay? Mercury, Mars. And look at the size of Venus. I want to go live there. I love that planet for some reason because it's not named some hellion name like fucking Apollo and, Enki and so on. It's the one planet besides Ceres that seems to have a good name, a good symbolism. Look at the size of Neptune. And of course Uranus. Look at us, we're just a pea. And this planet here bugs me right now. Mania.
You know, if you keep knocking at the door, God's got to hit you sooner or later. he's going to show you how I've somehow prophesized. When I've told you I'm going to find the code, or I've got the code, I've shown you the code. It's the Star of David. The Star of David is Venus. The Star of David is Venus. The Star of David is Venus. It is Pythagorean's great year.
Since Babylonian times, mankind has known that every 8 years, the faster orbit of the planet Venus overtakes the Earth 5 times. When this happens, Venus, the Earth, and the Sun are briefly in a straight line.
That's why the Bible was written the way it was. 2,000 years later, most of the meaning has been submerged deep under the abyss, deep under the abyss, deep under the abyss, deep under the abyss in the realm of the occult. This is the essence of their black magic. They employ a character like Lucifer to personify the wanderings of Venus. They employ a character like Lucifer to personify the wanderings of Venus. They employ a character like Lucifer to personify the wanderings of Venus, who is never the evil entity in ancient Rome that he is now.
I think that's pathetic.
And if you look to the Maya, they looked at Venus as much as they looked at the Sun. I mean, they observed all of the cycles of Venus, and they called Venus the timekeeper, and they called Venus the timekeeper, and they called Venus the timekeeper, and they called Venus the timekeeper. We are moving towards this new time, and this is all about celebrating Saturn, which oversaw a golden age, and they called Venus the timekeeper. This is all about celebrating Saturn, which oversaw a golden age, and they called Venus the timekeeper. This is all about celebrating Saturn, which oversaw a golden age, and they called Venus the timekeeper.
Saturn is not the ruling planet, right? 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 So it basically explains kind of what Barbarian Rebellion said in his last upload.
Jupiter rules the world.
On Bill's antics on Saturn, right? Saturn is not the ruling planet. Saturn is not the ruling planet. Saturn is not the ruling planet, right? Trample on snakes, right? Love your title, right? Your channel username, right? Luke 10:19, right? Too bad you don't believe in the Bible, right? You have no problem using and stealing scripture and verses from it, right? At the same time, you are rejecting and denying it, right? And perverting God. Perverting God. Perverting God. Kind of what Barbarian Rebellion said in his last upload.
They employ a character like Lucifer to personify the wanderings of Venus.
Venus. I got no interest in Saturn.
Jupiter rules the world. Jupiter rules the world. Jupiter rules the world. Jupiter rules the world. That's Jehovah. It doesn't, but that's seems to be kind of part of that Venus cube that we live in here. 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 Venus is the Virgin Mary.
The Virgin Mary, who I equate to Venus.
It's Jesus. I mean, to them, not to me, but to them. You know, Venus is Lucifer and the Virgin Mary, and 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 Jesus is all wrapped up in one. Yeah, as far as I can tell, the Aryans are associated with Venus. The Aryans are associated with Venus. The Aryans are associated with Venus. The Aryans are associated with Venus.
Google somewhere. This is the planet Earth, and then basically planet Earth a little more see-through and purple. Let's see if I can get. And purple is kind of the base color of everything. Simply because that's just the color of the planet. trying to remember, I think I put something out about that day. I know I put something on Facebook. It was around the time of the Venus transit that all of a sudden I woke up seeing purple everywhere. Purple was everywhere I went. It was in the air. Purple energy everywhere. And so I posted something on Facebook, and it was like, I'm seeing purple. What is going on? And everyone's like, I'm seeing purple too. It's everywhere.
According to the astrological chart of Whitney Houston's birthday, she was born on August 9th. Her zodiac sign was Leo, with ascendant in Pisces. Stay with me. The hour of her birth was 8:55 p.m., and the Illuminati apparatus behind her death made sure that she was pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m. Another creepy detail. Whitney Houston's middle name was Elizabeth, as well as the Queen of England. I've set the simulator stellarium with the coordinates of Los Angeles, by the day and approximate time of Whitney Houston's death. Take a look at the position of Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati, the planet associated with the goddess Inanna. Take a look at the position of Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati. Take a look at the position of Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati. Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati. Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati.
Venus is Lucifer and the Virgin Mary.
And they called Venus the timekeeper. And they called Venus the timekeeper. And they called Venus the timekeeper.
Venus, the morning star worshipped by the Illuminati.
Saturn is not the ruling planet, right? Saturn is not the ruling planet, right? Saturn is not the ruling planet, right?
I've shown you the code. It's the Star of David. The Star of David is Venus. The Star of David is Venus. The Star of David is Venus.
Jupiter rules the world.
It's rising in the sky, entering the house of Pisces, which is the ascendant zodiac sign of Whitney Houston. Now take a look at the magnitude of Venus. By numerology, the result equals 6, which is the day of the Queen Elizabeth's Diamond Jubilee.
And interesting enough, Lana, we also had the Queen's Jubilee.
All this is Saturn alien. It has nothing to do with Venus. That whole Venus thing that they're trying to push is trying to get the eyes to turn away from what's really going on here. I guess calling me a pedophile and a homosexual didn't work. Who knows?
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Do all of you remember the Venus transit?
Okay, so there's your V. There's your V that what's-his-face is always screaming about. It's not Venus. It's not Venus. It has absolutely nothing to do with Venus. It has everything. Here's your dragons or your serpents. Now, if you want to continue to believe this bullshit about Venus, which is a cheap bullshit ploy to drag you away from the truth, go ahead. Barbarian Rebellion has more than enough subscribers. I'm sure he can use a few more if he wants. I've had people subscribe to me, and I keep kicking them off. I don't want no more than what I got, 18. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm talking to 18 people, and that's it. If Trample on Snakes wants to put it up, he can put it up. I don't care. I'm not in it. I'm not in it for anything except the information. That's why I just keep it. And if you go on my page, you won't even see those vids because I've taken them down. Now, I'm going to send this one off to Trample on Snakes, and then this one comes off. Interesting. Oh, and no comments. See, because I don't play that game anymore. If you think you're going to bait me into arguing with you?
Check it out for those